Guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna, and for those of you who are new here, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Here on my channel, I do planner and planner-related videos, DIY tutorials, art videos, and the occasional new release video of items that I've listed to my Etsy shop. And if that is of interest to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you hit that little notification bell, you'll always be notified of when I load a new video. Commenting, liking, and sharing this on your favorite platform does help my channel grow and would be truly appreciated. Okay, so earlier today I did a community post asking or showing what my favorite book is of all time, or my favorite book series. And although Harry Potter is a close second, the David Eddings Pawn of Prophecy series, and then the next series he did, which was the Millennium series, is my all-time favorite. I started reading that when I was in middle school, intermediate is what they call it here, and it has been my favorite, and it's one of those books that just holds up. And so I put in my community post, well, what are some of your favorite authors and books? And Miss Anne, hey sweetie, she quickly came back with a whole fleet of authors. And then once I asked her, you know, well, what are some of the books? Then she came back with some of those. And the reason why I wanted to put that out there is because in another video that I did today where I talked about that it's okay not to be okay with things that are going on, I sort of alluded to the fact that I wanted to start a new project, and this is what this new project is. So from Anne's listing, it actually helped because I could look at cover art. What I plan to do is in this Happy Notes, you know I love me some Happy Notes, so it's a classic Happy Notes, and I think what it says here and what it says in the divider is absolutely appropriate. It says create happy today and make time to do what excites you. We are going to do some art. We're gonna art together. And my plan for this is I'd like to do this every night, film every night, and put it out the next day. And it's really just to unwind for me. I hope you guys feel the same. It's for entertainment purposes. It's not taking myself too seriously in the process, but in just really enjoying it. And I'm hoping that this kind of content will just, you know, depending on when you're watching it, just help you unwind for just a little bit. Okay, so the book that I chose from her list was Les Miserables from Victor Hugo. Now I have to say, I have probably heard of all of the books and authors that she mentioned, and I've seen a lot of the movies, but I don't know that I've actually read any of those books. So yeah, that's a big fail on my part, but you know, whatever. And what I'm hoping to do, and I'll see how it goes as I go along, is I'm hoping to talk through the actual art part of it. And then when I get into the coloring, then I'll just fast forward through that. I'd like this to be a very easy to edit video so I can get this out to you guys tomorrow, because I do want to kind of make this into a game, sort of. And we'll talk about that at the end of the video, so please stay tuned for that. And it will be, just by the nature of it, it probably will be a very long video, because if I'm talking through it, that means I'm not fast forwarding through that part. But at the end, I'll ask you, you know, if you have preferences on this. But, Anne, wish me luck. We're going to do this together. And the reason why I wanted to talk through at least this first one, again, depending on your feedback, maybe I won't do it for all of them, is I don't draw anything out beforehand because honestly, I'm lazy. I don't see the need to do this twice. So I'm going to draw out the book cover, and I am going to leave a little bit of space at the bottom of this because off camera, afterwards, I am probably going to actually do a little bit of journaling. And really this is just going to be part of my self-care routine for the conceivable future. Whether I film them all, whether I do it every night, I don't know. But with my anxiety levels being so high and with all of the uncertainty and all of that, I think it might be a great way to connect with you guys. It'd be a great way to unwind at the end of the day. And I'm hoping it helps alleviate a little bit of your stress. And what I have to emphasize, if you are new here, I am not an artist, nor will I ever claim to be. And I lean into the imperfection because honestly, it's just easier. So I just want to convey that is a book. So we're already halfway there. So, I mean, it's only downhill from here. And again, one of the other reasons I wanted to talk through this is to talk about process. And so I want to do, and I don't know if the glare is hitting this. I won't know until editing, so I hope it's not too bad. But because I'm using pen, and because this is permanent, and because I like that aspect, I hate erasing. Something about those little pieces of erasing that's left over after you erase, it annoys me. I hate erasing. I hate using pencil in general. And so when I am looking at a picture, I have to be strategic in what I'm doing because I need to do some of the things that are closest to me and then kind of draw around that because I don't want any crisscrossing lines. And I'll do an example for you, but yeah, it'll make sense in a little bit. So I want to do that, and actually I want to color that in. And this is a Tombow N15. And if I only go one swipe per, then I won't get that much ghosting on the back. And I think it dries fairly quickly, but I need it to dry completely because I want to write on it. Although I'd like to stay in the lines if at all possible. Okay. And we'll do a sort of guide because the picture is about half of it. And I'm not going to write everything. Oh, stop. Just the big things. But I want to come with the flag. I guess that'll work like that. And we can do the pull action like that. And it is almost 8 o'clock in the evening. It is after work. So I'm sorry for the shadowing. And so we're going to get into what I was talking about where I need to be aware of what it is that I'm drawing. So if you're looking here, because of the coloring, where, stop. Because of the coloring, the blue actually comes into it, but if I want a crisp line and I don't want a lot of intersecting lines, I need to actually draw the hat first. So that actually looks like one of those sickles that the Death has. I don't know why, but I keep thinking of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Yeah, this video is going to be all about weirdness because talking and doing is not my forte. And we're going to kind of come up like this and like that. And this one will connect. This one actually goes a little farther. And I mean, as pictures go, I probably picked a insanely hard one because it involves a face. But if we put the hair here, so we got that there, and we come down here, then we can kind of map out our face that's a little low. Well, we're gonna do it. So we don't want to draw here for the face because that's the hair. And we'll do the chin, maybe here. She has a bit of a heart-shaped face. I'll just kind of come up here. And do the same here. Okay, it's not great, but it's not horrible. And we're already off position because she's not very centered, but that's okay. Again, we want to make it look at the end of this like the cover art, or at least as close as we can get it without having any artistic ability whatsoever. So come down like that. And that is her sleeve, I guess. And down and down. We're not going to worry about shadowings. If we can just get a picture, that'll be a win. And her nose is kind of shadows. Like that, like one of those really simple birds. And her mouth. Kind of looks like the face of one of those manatees. Well, it did before I did this. But that gives you the illusion of she's got a rounded chin. And again, we don't worry about the shading. And then the ear there. And the eye is going to be the hardest. The eyes usually are. But we'll do that. And that. That's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. And then she's got this one, and luckily we can put it underneath the hair. Okay. This is not great, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, so we've got the hair. Her other shoulder's actually coming up higher. And we're going to come down. And her dress is like that. We're just going to make like her elbows behind there and have it come down that way and like that. And the flag would be like here. We're not going to keep drawing. Oh, well, we also don't want to smudge, but we can get the other effect by the color. And where I messed up was I made her shoulder straight, but we can kind of get the effect. Because I think she's, again, I never read the book, but I don't want to say she's a bigger girl. I think her mom's Cosette, or maybe she's Cosette. I don't know. Really should have researched. Oh, okay. See, and that's where you're going to see it. So if I had done the hair first, you wouldn't see that line there. But that's okay. We're just gonna really just do that. Even though I think in the movie and in the book she's blonde. Okay, I think that's doable. I think we should give her an armpit, like that. And we can do a little bit of shading, and we're going to use crayons because, you know, we're not fancy around here. And so that's basically it for her. We'll bring some more definition with the coloring, but now we want to put this. And I learned from that book that I purchased from Amazon that Cindy did, that this is a serif because it has a little foot, it has a little jut out action. And so it's actually fairly easy to do. And I will color this in black so I don't have to be too concerned that you can see the lines. And it just makes the lettering really easy that way. Well, easy enough. Again, had I pre-planned this, and if you're new, you're going to hear that kind of mentioned a lot. But if I had pre-planned this, I would have made sure that there's enough space for this, which at this moment I'm not sure that there is. But we'll figure it out. We always do. And that comes that way. And I really like the fact in the book that she did, and I'll link that video below where I talked about it, where she said to look at this as another, or just look at it as drawing. So don't look at it as trying to change up your writing style to a different writing style. If you want to learn a new writing style, just look at it as just you're learning how to draw something. And then you may not get stuck or get in your own way, which I think is a great, oh, I hope I didn't misspell that. I think it's a great thing to write, because once you start looking this as just shapes and making sure you're spelling it right, I think it just makes it infinitely easier. All right, and we're nearly there. And that there. Okay, so that's done. She's done. And then we'll just do Victor Hugo at the top. And that I'll color in black, but Victor, I will keep the internal space white. So it won't look exactly the same because there's this black outline. But because I'm coloring crayon, I don't know if I can write on top of it and have the white show. So we'll just do this. Victor. Hugo. Okay, so I'm going to turn on some music now for you guys. I'm going to color this. I'll do some fast forwarding so you don't have to sit through the entire coloring process. I'll probably fill in some words over here, and then when I'm done with this, then I'll bring you guys back. All right, guys, so this is me done. Now, I thought the eye would be the hardest, and I mean, it's not that great, but I think the mouth is really what sets the tone of this, and I don't know that I got that right. I think I was able to make it more sad than kind of meh. But yeah, I like how, and the reason I chose this picture, because there were some others. Just stop. There are some others to choose from. Is I really liked how that flag kind of played into it, and how the flag is burning, and it's the French flag. I mean, I love the imagery of this. But yeah, and I think this artwork is, I think this, what it says here, basis of the Magnificent Theater musical, I believe that's what the picture is the basis of. And so I don't actually know what the original cover art was. I didn't actually deep dive that into it. And I will need to go over this one more time once that's dry, just to pop out the white. And I did leave myself some space here to do some journaling. But yeah, that's the picture. I'm actually quite pleased with it. I'm not gonna lie. Now, the way what I mentioned to you guys is I wanted to turn this into somewhat of a game. So in the comment section below, I want you to put down your favorite movie. And it doesn't matter what genre, it doesn't matter what language. One of my favorite movies is Amélie, which is a French movie, and there's subtitles, but I love that movie. So it doesn't matter what the movie is, it doesn't matter when it came out. Some of my favorite movies came out in the 40s and the 50s. My mom is an avid movie watcher, and she loved the old movies. And so a lot of the Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, Cary Grant. Oh, Cary Grant is so sexy. A lot of just those type of movies are part of my repertoire. I love them. So again, doesn't matter what the movie is, doesn't matter where it's from. The only criteria it has to have is there has to be a movie poster. That's the only thing. And what I'll do is I'll go through the comments, and based on the random generator gods, I'll have it pick a comment, and then I will attempt in the next video, giving you a shout out, of course, of the movie art to whatever movie that you put down in the comments below. Now, guys, I would actually suggest that you do something like this, where you take cover art, or you take movie art, or you take TV show art. You take something where you can pop it up on your phone or your iPad or your movie screen, or whatever, however it is that you get your things, or your computer, and then you put it next to you, and then you just go for it. And it isn't really about making beautiful art. It isn't about making something that you think is worthy of Instagram, because you can believe this is going to go on Instagram for me. But really, it's about giving yourself that permission to fail. So you might think you're just horrible at it. You might just do stick figures. You might go the Picasso route and kind of get an idea of what it is, but not really. I mean, however you do it, really, you just want to play. You want to use things that you have in your arsenal. I'm not a huge fan of crayons, but I have to say, when I want to do a gradient like that, I think the only other medium that I could do that in would be watercolor. And I think this is just, it's just easier. People have them. You know, if you are quarantined and you have kids, you have them. This might be a project that you can do with your kids or your grandkids or your nieces and your nephews, depending on what your current situation is going on. You could leave it black and white. You can color it whatever color you want to, but really just lean into your 6-year-old self wouldn't have the same concerns of, oh, but it's going to be ugly. Oh, no, I can't do that. Your 6-year-old self would be like, yeah, just give me a piece of paper and I'll draw you the best art in the history of ever. And so I kind of want you to approach it like that. Now, I like doing this, and like I said, I'm going to try to continue this on a nightly basis, but I would love to see you guys do something similar. If you guys want to attack this and tag me on Instagram, that'd be amazing. My links are below. If you want to tag me on my Facebook page, not the Facebook group, and again, my link to my Facebook page is down below. I would just love to see any of your attempts. There is an artist here on YouTube. His name is Struthless, and he's doing something similar where he's going to do sort of like a pandemic pun. And it's weird, but I'll link the video below where for 14 days, he's going to throw out a pun out there. He's going to do artwork, but then he's going to throw it out to the community and say, hey, based on what the pun is, what is your interpretation of it? I would love to see that. I mean, we're all in this together. I'm hoping you know that I'm thinking about you guys, and I'm only hoping for the best. I hope you get through this safely, and you know, with as little ramifications as possible. I'm hoping that this helps. And so again, in the comment section below, list your all-time favorite movie. And for this particular video, did you like the talk through? Would you rather just have me fast forward and put some music on? Did you like the fast forwarding of the coloring? Would you want that in real time? I'm really interested in to know so that I can tailor the video around that, because I'm filming anyway, so I might as well make it something that you guys are interested in watching. All right, guys, that's it for me for now, and as always, aloha.